Go. All right, man. So, thanks for coming. You're a busy man. You just were telling us right now.
I wasn't. No. Oh no, yeah, I am. This week is pretty busy. Shooting some music videos and photo shoots and.
Yeah, that's dope. You showed me the picture, the video, like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
What's the whole concept behind the video?
Can't tell you. No, the concept is, the name of the song is Hibiscus Bay.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be spelled like hibis kiss. Like Bay. So I play 3 characters in the music video. One character is me at the iced tea lemonade stand.
Yeah.
I'm like flirting with this girl who's going to be my girlfriend in the video, who's my hired girlfriend in real life. When I want people to think I have a girlfriend, I have her come. No, I'm just playing. So we play by my real girlfriend, and then there's going to be a weatherman.
I was like, wait. So when do you use your actual girlfriend for that?
Oh, no, that was my hired. No, I'm just playing. And then there's going to be a weatherman. I'm playing the weatherman, and then there's a radio DJ guy. And the radio DJ scene is inspired by the Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing. He's like, it's hot outside. Make sure you get yourself some ice cold tea. So I'm playing. It's the first time I'm playing 3 characters, which is cool. It's very like Eddie Murphy-esque.
Yeah. Like what was his most famous? Was like Doolittle, right? When he was doing all these different
all those people, or Nutty Professor.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
He was like 8 people.
Yeah, there's like that one scene where he's his grandmother or his mother, and they're all like and they have like a food fight.
Or Martin Lawrence with Big Mama. He's like Big Mama and himself. Like, so I always think that was cool.
Wait, so that track, is it out yet?
They came out. They came out June 10th.
Oh, so it's recent.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah,
I could cut myself some slack for that.
Oh yeah. It just came out last week.
Yeah. I gotta listen to that too. Cause the last record was way more mellow. The latest release in 2020, that was a full LP.
Cuffin' Season.
Yeah.
There's a song on there called Quarantine Cuddles.
Yeah. Where
we sampled Duran Jones and The Indication.
Oh, dude, Duran Jones is killer.
Dope, because they let me sample it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's business behind it, but they also just posted about me using their song. But yeah, that's one of my favorite records.
Oh, that's funny, because Queen was like, when I had him on, he was telling me about Duran Jones.
Yeah, they're really dope. I like them. So that was my first sample that I've ever got cleared.
Oh, cool.
So either normally I'm sampling something that I have no business sampling, but like I'm smaller acts, so they didn't find out, or I'm sampling my friends. Yeah. So it's like, can I use this? Like, yeah. But this is the first time I had to contract and all this other type of stuff. But,
so like, what's the legality of really? Because like that's kind of obscure.
So what happened was I was working on the record. Me and my homie Quincy Jaguar is his producer name. He lives in Ventura, and I was chopping up this sample of a live version of their song. Yeah. Their song, Is It Any Wonder?
Oh, yeah.
That's probably one of their most famous songs. Yeah. But I was like, yo, let's sample this. So I brought it to him. We chopped it up, but it was the live version. And so I did a snippet on Instagram. But I follow the guitar player that's in the band. Yeah. And then another like music peer friend of mine, he also like knows them and has opened up for them on tour. But I guess somehow, I'm not saying these 2 guys told or anything, but somehow it's also the quarantine, so maybe the people who does their like samples, like they have anything to do. So 2 days later, after I previewed a snippet of it, I got an email saying like, hey, you got to get permission to use this song. So it
came to you.
And it came to me, which is the first time that has ever happened. Yeah, I got all types of samples. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but all of stuff. I got a lot of unsampled stuff too, but like there is a decent amount of songs that just like have samples, like jazz samples.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we do that, and then like we end up reaching like you get this percentage of this and blah 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 this, and it was really dope. And I spoke to the lead singer of the band, Aaron, because in the original contract it wasn't a lot of money, like but it was, for me, it was a lot of money. Yeah. And then I spoke to him and I was just like, yo, man, I'm a barista, it's the quarantine. Yeah. And he was like, hey, I understand. And like, he said, this is also how I get paid. So let's figure out a way where you can, and then we, via him and then like the people who do their stuff, we reached an agreement. And then I'm glad they let me, which is dope. It was the first time I ever tried to clear a sample. Yeah. And then it went, there's a little back and forth, but it went well.
I guess I don't know exactly how it works, because I wonder if it's like unrecognizable, then it doesn't count. It's like melodies and lyrics are the ones that are.
Well, if you can do it where they don't find it, then do it. But like, if people, bigger acts, they kind of usually just, I guess they might make the song first. I think you should always make the song first.
Yeah, and then ask for,
And if you're a bigger act and you have the money, then after you make the song, pitch it and ask them, and then also send the song. Yeah. Because if I'm sampling your song, and I'm like, yo, I want to do sample, this is what the song is about, you might be like, no. Yeah. But if you hear the song, you might be like, maybe cool.
It's cool.
But for a DIY act, again, it doesn't really matter unless the song blows up. Yeah. Or they find it somehow. Yeah. And then they could tell you, take it down, or let's talk business. I think Spotify has a thing now where you could sign up with them or pay them like a little fee, and then they take care of that for you. Yeah. Where you could do, I think it's a certain amount of number of covers, but I think my friend was telling me about that because she wanted to do some covers and put them out, and there was like a fee, like a year fee. Yeah.
Welcome to Jazz Cavities by Emmitt James. Inspired by hip-hop, jazz, and the lack of dental insurance. Thank you for letting us borrow your ears. We hope you enjoy your listen.
I got you London, I got you Titus, I got you Renzo. It's for my kinfolk, I don't blow indo, but I been dope. Knowing you window, I got you London, I got you Titus, I got you Renzo. It's for my kinfolk, I don't blow indo, but I been dope. Knowing you window, now I don't do this shit for my health, but I probably should. I'm 3 cavities in, nah, that's no good. So I'm laying off the sugar till I get some insurance. But need that sugar for my sugar, we gon' make us some children. I know I'm kidding, but my mama would love that. My aunt on the phone while my mom's like, girl, no he didn't, but I know you would love that. Wait, I mean, if you don't mind me being honest, it's been a minute, I could tell you what weighs on my conscience. Like the foresight of my mama to name me after my pop, to be the better version of my father. And mama, you did that. Hey, I can't lie, mama, you did that. For the meantime though, I got you London, I got you Titus, I got you Renzo. It's for my kinfolk, I don't blow indo, but I been dope. Knowing you window, I got you London, I got you Titus, I got you Renzo. It's for my kinfolk, I don't blow indo, but I been dope. Gotta call my pop, check and be good. If it's ever on my dime, that everyone's for. I know my granny looking down and grinning while Livy was in jail and I was too far to visit. By 2020, I gotta be doing this for a living. It's gotta be different. I'm talking big change, a lottery ticket. Y'all know I'm better than a lot of these niggas.
Please hold.
Before you trust the process, just know you gotta trust yourself. They say you gotta pay dues, and I ain't really fond of that. I funded this from coffee, I ain't found a sponsor yet. But that won't stop the kid from ever being the best. I got you London, I got you Titus, I got you Renzo. It's for my kinfo, I don't blow endo, but I bendo. No in your window, I got you London, I got you Titus, I got you Renzo. I know people who do Bandcamp, and that's where they make the money.
Yeah. Bandcamp
because they have a decent following. Maybe they have 100 to 200 fans, like real fans.
Yeah.
And then I put something out on Bandcamp, whether it's vinyl or T-shirt, and then like, all right, now I'm making $5,000 a month off of because I got real fans who are buying it.
Yeah. I know that Bandcamp is cool for one thing, that it accesses a lot of Asia and China in particular.
Yeah.
That is not accessible through like YouTube and Facebook because that stuff is controlled over there. So I've had some friends like book big tours in China.
Yeah.
Because they were on Bandcamp and we're kind of like persevering doing stuff on Bandcamp, which I think is cool.
I think Bandcamp is dope.
Yeah, it is. And it's the most like, it's the best retribution for artists, I think. Well,
No, yeah, I was going to say now what you don't have to do, your MMP, like your marketing and promo budget, is probably this. It's probably zero.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to like go to a radio station. I can.
Yeah.
But because of Instagram, I can market directly to my
Yeah.
fans. Could tell if I'm an artist and I have 2 million people following me, I can go tell though. Now they all won't buy it, but like I can go tell my 2 million fans directly, yo, my album comes out May 8th.
Yeah. And it's there.
Like
right?
that's I don't have to like
you
the
don't-
radio runs
yeah.
is cool. I don't have to spend money. Like I could have very little to nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that helped. But what hurt record labels is streaming.
Yeah.
I think it really I think it benefited the listener.
Yeah.
It made it dope for the listener, but for the artist it made until they figure it out. That's why I think Bandcamp right now we can make an album together.
Yeah.
And let's say 500 people, let's just say 100 people buy the album.
Yeah.
We sold it for $10.
Yeah.
As a DIY act, that's the most money we're going to make. We're going to make way more money from that
Yeah.
than I would if we streamed, if we got 100,000
Oh, yeah,
streams.
for sure. But it's like what, it's 0.8 cents or something, right?
So,
Yeah. But, you know, still like there's so much. Old school media is still accessible because you could still go on the radio. You could still, and now you have blogs. You could still be on a magazine. There's a ton of magazines and people buy it in newsstands. Like, I know this. Like, I run marketing campaigns sometimes for other artists. So like, all that stuff still do. I mean, you know, you do your own marketing. And you could book yourself into these things if your thing is tight. Like, people put you on. Like, they also need, you know, if you're look at KEXP or Audio Tree, like these outlets that pride themselves on finding the new what's the freshest stuff. Like that's a thing really that you could use to get yourself into these like mainstream media channels because they need that too. Like for them, that's added value to what they do. If like they find the next Kendrick or they find the next U2, you know, or whatever. Yeah. And I don't think like it's just you got more outlets, but it's true. Like in terms of revenue, you it's like you can't rely on selling millions of singles.
No, yeah, I mean, merchandise now is people make millions of dollars off of merchandise. Yeah. So as a DIY act, that's also. I mean, we're not making millions of dollars, but I've made besides playing a show at a college or something. Yeah. I make the most money off of merch. Yeah. Or opening up for a big act, the most money in merch. So, support your DIY acts and your local acts. Somebody in your neighborhood, you think they're tight? Buy a t-shirt. Buy a vinyl. Show up to a show. Buy a concert ticket. That was just a little piece to say.
And but also, like, because you're a fashion guy.
No,
right?
I'm not.
You're
not.
Well, obviously you're not. Come on the show, you'll be treated well.
I like fashion and I'm into fashion, and so like that bleeds into what I do with my merch. a super conceptual person. Like I love marketing. So and sometimes I think this is what DIY acts suffer with. And not that I'm a guru or anything. But I mean I am. But is that like a lot of DIY acts, they've spent money on studio time. If you're in a band, you spent money like recording the different instruments and all this other type of stuff, pressing vinyl, and then they just put things out and they feel like their job is done. Yeah. But it's not done. It's actually just getting started. Now you got to promote this record. In fact, if you're signed to a big record deal, your marketing budget is way bigger than your recording budget.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like that might not be your situation now. Like that's not my situation, but I still have that same mentality. Okay, yeah, we're done with the record. It's mixed, it's mastered, it sounds good, but now we need to market this. Now we need to shoot music videos. Now we need to design merch. Now we need to like, so you got to think that same way. Why would you spend all that money, time into making a product just to be like, all right, upload, all right, my project's out, and that be it. Yeah. One thing I've always been interested in, now I'm talking a lot and I'm rambling. So here's one thing I've always been interested in, and you guys could, feel free to chime in. No. My question is like, what's the life span of a DIY project?
You could do it a long time because you could do so many different like types of marketing campaigns for every song.
Yeah, that makes sense. So my answer to the question is that's why I think marketing and promotion is more important for a DIY act. Yeah. Here's my opinion about a DIY project. You could be small, medium, DIY. So you put out a project. I think the real lifespan of people like of your stream staying up, is 2 weeks if you're lucky. But here's why I think that. So like, when you're a bigger act, you tour your album around the world. Yeah. And every night you play a show, what you're telling those people is, you remember that album I just put out? Yeah. I'm about to play it. Yeah. So you're going around reminding people. Now, when you're a DIY act, let's use myself for example. When I do small tours, I'll always go to the Midwest because that's where I'm from. I'll play Chicago. Yeah. I'll play Milwaukee. I'll play another small town, Wisconsin.
Then also I'll go to best ticket sales in the country.
Oh yeah, you told me that. And then I'll play Minneapolis. Then I'll come here. I'll play Ventura. But that's only like 6-7 cities. Yeah. So here's why marketing and promotion and being creative is very important because you can only do this so many times before people get tired of you doing this to your phone. Yo, my album came out. Make sure you go listen to it. Yeah. Like you can only do that a couple times, but if you shoot music videos, if you shoot creative content, if you shoot, then you increase the chances of the life of your album living longer. If I could only play 4 shows, like I don't have that much. My artistry isn't big enough for it to just live, so I have to be creative. That's why I choose to be creative in my marketing material. Yeah. I put out a song last year called Motherfucking Juice. And I did like a month worth, like every other day I was posting something about it, but it was different and it was interesting. I did an infomercial where I made juice. But like since the song is called Motherfucking Juice, I said motherfucker in the promo a bunch of times, but every time I said it, I bleeped it out. Then we shot some stuff on 16mm film. And then I did more like infomercial, so I wanted to be, again, if you're a DIY act, after a week or so, like you don't have the money to like put it on Billboard. You don't have the money to go to London. So you have to figure out a way to be creative to make your album. So when I put out my album Avery last year, I put out the first single in June. The album came out in August 31st. Yeah. And in between, I dropped singles, I dropped music videos, I did interactive things on Instagram because I wanted my album to live from September to December. Yeah. And I think that's what happened. I did a small tour in the Midwest, came back, did some shows on the West Coast. My vinyl got pressed in December. Yeah. So I did a vinyl release show. I did a vinyl pop-up at the coffee shop I worked at. Yeah. Just a bunch of different things to remind people, yo, I got an album that came out. But more interesting as opposed to just doing this. Yo, I got an album that came out.
Do you ever get asked like, oh yeah, you're the thong guy. I know your album's coming out. Like, that's a great way to also like remember like, wait a minute, that dude that like did like, you know.
Yeah. Like, not yet, but I had a friend he was on Instagram and we was talking. He was like, Emmitt's funny because he could sell anything. Like I sell music. I'm selling myself. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But like I sell like
sounds illegal.
very existential.
check out my OnlyFans at Emmitt.
Sounds tough.
So but vinyl. I sell T-shirts. I'm selling crushed velvet thongs. These things called Tiffany's. They're T-joints.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That's like key. Like
yeah.
keys.
And like I've done, my girlfriend and I, we've done like numerous commercials for those.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of those.
Like, it's just like so. I sell different. It's all connected to the music, but like so it starts there, and it's always to bring people back to the music. But I do other things.
Yeah, well, you gotta think of it as a company. Like you're an entrepreneur, you own your own company, and like these are your revenue streams.
Black gold, black gold. You know when you see it, you can feel it in your soul. If you dream it, you can be it. That's all you need to know. Fight to the end, never settle for close. Black gold. You know you shine like a mother. Black gold, black gold. That's that black gold, black gold. That's that black gold. Black gold. Black gold. That's the black gold. I said, power to the people from the power of my ancestors. That black square was a nice gesture. I guess hella impressions and sorta hella impressive. Till you break down a letter of the law and you edit. Speak about it. Still waiting for some allies to be about it. I guess we'll see about it. Don't need the police to take a knee about it. How about we defund and decrease the violence? Maybe then we'll see some peace around it. Well, I don't know, that's just my piece about it. And one more thing before I piece about him. I'm about that black gold, black soul, black vote, black home, facts though. That black gold, black vote, black soul, black home, facts though. That black gold, black gold. You know when you see it, you can feel it in your soul. Dreaming you can be it, that's all you need to know. Fight to the end, we can't settle for close. Black gold. You know you shine like a mother. Black gold, black gold. That's that black gold, black gold. That's that black gold. That black gold, black gold. Black gold.
I mean, yeah, I want to like kind of bounce back on that and just talk about your musical like career and process, because you were into slam poetry first, right? So you're like a spoken word guy. Yeah.
So I think that's where that comes from. Like, I started off in poetry, and then I did some slam poetry. I've competed on like national levels in different states, versus different people, and so it starts there, and then it turned into making music, and I think that's why most people will greed out. There's like some poetic element to, and not just he's a rapper, so he's doing poetry, but like it is more so poetic.
Yeah. So, well, what inspires the poetry? I mean,
well, the first poem I ever wrote in my entire life, I was a freshman in high school. There was this girl named Tamara Lynn DeLeese.
Yeah.
This Puerto Rican girl in my high school, and I thought she was really cute. And I wrote like my first 5 or 6 poems about her. And we're still cool to this day, and she has these poems.
Oh, really?
Still.
Damn.
And I was trying to get with her, and like she wasn't like feeling me like that. So
yeah.
And she had a boyfriend who I didn't think should be her boyfriend, but I don't dirty Mac. Unless, except that's what Couldn't Tell is about, dirty macking. But anyways, and then I went to a poetry like open mic slam thing.
Yeah.
And then I slammed for the first time, or just did an open mic. And then I saw people they didn't just talk about love. I feel like most poets, they start off talking about love. Then it turns into like politics, what's going on in the world, in my community. And then it started there. And then my junior year, I went to, I was a part of the Wisconsin team on Brave New Voices. So Brave New Voices is like the largest poetry slam in the world. People from London, Guam, New York, DC, Philly, they come to compete. And so I did that 2 years in a row. And then at the end of my high school, like junior year, I started making music too. And then so now I'm solely focused on music, but started with poetry and then music. Yeah. And then fashion kind of got in there a little bit, but music is number one.
You do the sampling and stuff as well?
I produce very little. Like me actually producing, I do very little of. The song we were talking about earlier, Hibiscus Bay, like that's me. Yeah, cool. I've sampled some stuff that I don't want to say just in case the song blows up. But it's pretty, you listen to it, you'll know what it's sampled. But anyway, so I did that, and then I had my friend Curtis Crump Jr., incredible saxophonist and keyboard player. He just played like some light keys in the back, which you probably will miss if you didn't even pay attention. But it added a little bit more texture to the beat. So I produced that. But I have a friend in Ventura who I mentioned earlier. We make a lot of music together. So he's physically touching this stuff. Yeah. But I'm in the room with him for hours, just like, yo, let's try this. Yeah. What if the drums are doing this? Like, so producing in that sense. Yeah. And then I got friends who just live all around the country, and like, they send me beats and stuff. Yeah.
So you're always working on something.
Always. Yeah. Always. Because I get ideas from something, then those turn into ideas for small projects. But,
so Black Gold is about what's happening right now.
Yeah, like my version.
Now that we're going into, are we addressing the elephant in the room, like kind of a.
But my version of what's happened. So it's more like an anthem, like for me, or like for like Black people, like yo, we are this, we are valuable and important too. But then the verse is touches a little bit about like what's going on in the world.
I don't know. It's interesting. Like, what's your take as an artist? Do you keep your fucking like I'm a candy shop kind of vibe, or do you take like you say something or you want to really say something about it, or it's weird.
Yeah, I think we were talking the other day. I said like Nina Simone says. She's like, I don't know how you can be an artist and not reflect the times. Yeah. Now, you don't have to. I think you should. Yeah. I feel like if something affects you enough, it probably will end up in your music. Yeah. Even if it's like small references to it. I think because it's just what's going on in your head or what you see and like what you. That's why a lot of people are like, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter or anything, but a lot of people are like, man, it would be dope to hear from Kendrick right now. Yeah. Like, because like this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when we do, like, he's gonna touch on these things. Yeah. Because that's who we look to for content like this.
And like Kendrick's got a really like unique perspective. He's part of these. I don't necessarily like listen to the opinions of artists and celebrities. I mean, depends, but I like. He's one of the people that I like. He's got some really interesting shit to say, and it's always very much on point. Yeah, he's just like one of the like that's it. That's history right there. You know, like it's that good that it'll just stand on its own forever.
No, yeah.
That and I don't think you just you need to cut yourself some slack. You don't become Kendrick. You don't, like, you're not born Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like, that shit takes a lot of time and circumstances. And, like, so when you say, like, why am I doing this shit? Like, as long as you feel that you've got it, like, give yourself the chance, because for all you know, you might be Kendrick, you know?
Yeah. I mean, don't take this the wrong way at all. I said I used to feel that way. Like, even when I would go see concerts of rappers that I like or artists I like, I would always leave comparing and be like, I'm better than this dude, or like, I don't even know why he, like. But now, like, I'm at a different place of security with myself. I think that I'm dope. I think, and I know that. But I guess I was saying that more so to like, there's some people who are just like special. Like, they're like really, like Michael Jordan as a basketball player was like gifted. Yeah. Now you can practice and you can become really good, but he's like, and so that's why I feel about. It's interesting because there might be some people in the world who feel that way about me. Yeah. So like, but I think that, I don't think that way anymore, and I don't want to be Kendrick Lamar. I want to be Emmitt James. You want to. But I want to be like where he is and who he is and where he is within himself. I want to be that, and I want to, but for myself. I don't want to be him or anything like that. And I think I'm special and unique and stuff like that. But he's just one of, and there's very few people that make me feel that way. He's just that good to make me be like. He used to make me feel that way. Now it makes me, when I listen to it, I was like, all right, it makes me want to go right. Yeah. Like, I haven't written a poem in a very long time. Yeah. But every once in a while, I'll go somewhere and then I'll hear a poem really good. Yeah. Almost good enough where it's like, it makes me want to write. Like, if you make me want to write, that means it was really good, because I don't do that anymore. Yeah. I'm not really inspired to do those things anymore. But if it makes me want to do that, then that means it was that good. I don't know if you ever feel that way about.
Yeah, there are some things that make me feel like that for sure.
I just wanted to make it awkward for a second.
Yeah.
You need to plug anything? You got a plug?
Yo, I got these velvet thongs. Ooh, yo, no. No, you can just go to emmittjames.com. The music's there. The merch is there. Probably the best place to follow me is, I don't even know when this is coming out. So but the best place.
20.
Okay.
The best before place. 2030 is my best guess. No. Take a wild guess. Yeah.
Best places to follow me is on Instagram, because I'm posting there the most about music and content, and just that's probably like my second website. Yeah. So and it's Emmitt James. Emmitt.
And when are you dropping all the stuff? The Black Gold record?
Black Gold is out.
Black Gold's out
it
already?
Just came. When I sent it to you guys, it was not out yet. Yeah. But it just came out Saturday.
All right.
What's it Sunday? Now? Because I've been looking for it, actually.
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, the bootleg man got it.
Cool.
I was going to say, by the way.
So go listen to that. That's dope.
That's out. I have a friend who lives in Germany.
What?
I think he lives in Germany. He does some. I have a couple friends who do some animation stuff for me, but he's working on an animation for it. It'll probably be out.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming by. Come back whenever you want.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Awesome.
Beep, beep.